Oh, do you guys not like my music? I am personally deeply offended right now. So, can everybody hear us correct right now? Bruce is kind of hiding in the background here, blocking my beautiful light array that is changing. You son of a bee. So, man, my hair's all messed up. I am due for a haircut. So, how's everybody doing tonight? It is the midnight stream at midnight. Um, this is Noah Green, and he runs a channel called Midnight Ninja on here, which is linked below in the description. And he, for some reason, drove all the way here from Ohio to help us with the shop. So we've been uh, we we've been going and patching all the drywall. Um, been patching all the drywall in the new place. Oh, I'm like, okay, there we go. Here, I'll set. Patching all the drywall in the new place. We had to pull out a bunch of workbenches, so he's got a weird work schedule where he's open basically from Monday evenings to Thursday evenings. So he is out here helping us, getting paid to get the new shop up and running. So we have begun work on the new shop, and hopefully it'll be done by the end of April is when we want to get in here. So you guys may notice things look a little different right now. Hopefully the audio quality is okay. I've got just a few foam sound deadening things in the room now. And if maybe you can't hear, in the back right here is actually our alpha printer printing away. So the loudest thing on the printer is the fans in the retract, which is not saying much at all. And the guy creeping over my shoulder here, this is Bruce.
Okay.
Bruce is one of our product technicians here that basically helps with whatever needs to be helped. He's been building alphas all day today and getting everything sorted out for those so we can ship them. We've had, which is something I want to talk about, because we launched the alpha machine, I think it was a week and a half ago. We thought we had everything lined up, and then yeah, well, they were put up for sale, which was the goal. So what happened was we had issues where we didn't catch that the brackets weren't machined correctly, because we had to get custom brackets made to fit our dual Z system that we have on this machine. So we had to find another source for those brackets. And then we couldn't find bearings that didn't make it from the old place to the new place. So we then had to source those bearings. And then there was something else. What am I forgetting? There was some other stuff that we were missing. But basically a bunch of stuff. Oh, the lead screw nuts. So there's just basically been a lot going on, a lot of setbacks. Luckily, the customers that bought them, we immediately contacted them once we encountered issues, let them know, hey, these are the problems we're having. We are fixing them, and they will ship before the end of the month. We have all the parts now, so we were able to get some parts we needed from Tiny Machines. So if you guys are familiar with Tiny Machines, they are a Creality reseller here in the U.S. based out of, I think, Houston, Texas. Can't remember if it's Houston or Austin. I always get them mixed up. But they're really good guys, and he had some brackets that we were able to use to make them work, so I didn't have to have completely new ones made. So we're able to actually get the printers built and working correctly and get them out to our customers. So it's been one hell of a week, to be completely honest. And what is today? Is today Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday, or technically Thursday, I guess. But yeah, so basically they're on track again. We got everything ironed out, and we're moving forward. We will have more of them coming in about 3 to 4 weeks. They're currently on a boat. So the bare bones machines that we start with are on a boat right now, heading to us. So we'll have more for sale. What we're going to do differently this time is we're going to pre-build them all instead of selling them and having a lead time on them like we have now. So we're just going to build what we have, and then we'll list what we have. So if we make 5 machines in a week, we list 5 machines that week. If we make 100, which I doubt we'd be able to do that. They're very labor intensive, which is why the price is what they are. Because we are doing a lot of custom work on them. If you can see, everything's running. It's actually running a little Marvin print. And that's it should be almost done, I believe. Yeah, it's over 80%. We started that a little while ago. So this is my new temporary office, and I say temporary because I'm probably going to be in this room for about 8 to 9 months. So the plan is once we're out of the garage. So this door right here with my wife's Valentine's Day wreath on it, that goes out to the garage. So right now there's an attached garage on the house, and TH3D is running out of 2 of the 4 garage bays. And luckily it's heated because it's cold here in Indiana. So then my office is going to get moved to the very end garage stall, and we're going to put up a, basically build a wall, frame it out, and then my office will be out there, and then all of the other guys are going to be out in the separate building, and I'll just kind of be around between the 2 buildings. So I've got a lot of crap.
Just saw that.
It does. Oh, God. Hang on, let me see. Can I pop out the chat here? Here, I know I can pop out the chat. Yeah, I'm not. Don't encourage her. Please don't encourage her. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna just have this stream up here. So here, if you guys want to type to chat, we can pass the keyboard around here. I usually have this here. So if anybody wants to reply or just talk. So anyways, it's enough about us. Things are moving around, you know, and moving forward, which is good. So this is my office for the time being, and I hope you guys like it. I would put some RGB lights in here, and if you notice, every 5 seconds they swap colors. I was very amused. Noah and I did that last night at what, like, what, I don't know, what time was it? It was late. Early in the morning. Yeah, it was like 2 a.m. We're like, we should put some lights in there. I was like, yeah, we definitely should. Yeah. So as you can see, there's not many printers in here. I've got the Alpha, I've got my little start machine, which is Barney, which is right behind him, the little purple one, and then the Photon. And then eventually, I'm about halfway through. I got my oscilloscope and all my testing equipment and my little soldering station. That'll be right here, so I can prototype stuff and work on things right here on my desk without having to go out to the shop. So yeah, anyways, so tonight we're just gonna kind of catch up, so feel free to ask us questions. I'm gonna probe Noah here on his channel and what he's been up to, because he's got some cool projects he's been working on, like a water-cooled Raspberry Pi. Yeah, it's pretty overkill. So just Noah, so if you look here, this is our audio level. So if I might need to turn this up a little.
A little bit better. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, so just kind of talk up. Samantha shouldn't be able to hear us all the way in the bedroom because we're at the other end of the house. It's a very long ranch.
There's a door now.
So yeah, I have a door now. This room did not have a door. My dad actually put a door in for us. Yeah. So anyways, Noah, do you want to introduce yourself? Let them know how you got into 3D printing, what you do. Okay. Go ahead. Spill your heart out.
So how did I get started? Actually, I was part of a drone flying group, and one of the father-son team actually started by printing their own parts to go over the camera lenses protector. I'm like, hey, I'm a great DIY guy. This sounds fun. So how'd you guys make that? And that's actually where I first heard about 3D printers. For as long as they've been out, that's where I actually started. So I'm like, let me go out and buy one. Figure this out. And I think I'd messed with it, not making any real functional prints for probably. When it came time to, because I like to upgrade just about everything I have, I finally stumbled across TH3D. And that was actually where I've got almost all of my parts. With the exception
you're
of,
a traitor. Traitor.
Can't remember, there's some, I have another print surface that's on my A8 that's been working, but I don't remember what the brand is. Yeah. That's the only, I think that's one, that and maybe a belt are the only 2 non TH3D parts that I have.
I'm going to try to see if I can get a better angle on this camera here. It's kind of hard. It is literally on top of my monitors here.
Just sitting there.
It's just, let me see here. If I can get a better angle. I just really am trying to crop the reap out.
This is a great angle.
Like there's an earthquake here. All right, well, this is what we're gonna have to live with for now. I don't think this rotates on its mount. Hang on.
Hey, I've had to do a number of streams like this, and that's how I figure out whether it works.
I know.
And you wait 30 seconds for people to reply.
Well, this is yeah, this is the first stream in here.
Back in frame.
Yeah. Because like the thing is, I want to have this shoot a little more this way, because then we can have people over here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I. Oh,
It's done.
it's done.
I can't tell if it's done. I can't hear it.
I know.
I know.
That's
It's
how
I
good it
stopped
is.
hearing the retract.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
They finally stopped that humming while it's printing.
I don't know.
That's
Here.
sensor blur.
There's a little goober.
let's see here. Hang on.
It looks almost. It's like perfect.
Hang on.
Live debugging. Gotta love it.
I'm putting this on a little tripod here. Let's see. I just gotta make sure. I definitely. Okay, I cable tied my cables here.
Amateur hour.
Amateur hour. You better believe it's amateur hour. I never claimed to be a video or streaming professional. Not even.
Not even a little bit.
Not even close. All right, let's see. All right,
Well, it is better.
me.
A lot of you.
Yeah. I know.
Definitely a better angle. Yeah.
Well, you're still in it, so.
That's what matters.
All right.
There you go. Get that wreath out of the picture.
Yeah, get the.
Wreath gone. What wreath?
A wreath? I don't remember
All
a
right.
wreath. Did you see a wreath?
So,
Here's a
there's
little,
my lamp.
There's your little tiny guy.
Yeah, I mean.
Going pretty well too.
All right, let's see here. This is wonky. Let me know how you guys like this. This is definitely. Oh man.
That's really that
All right.
yeah, it does.
There we go. So, obviously we got more people than normal here. So, yeah, I do. I do not like that wreath. This is my man space here, my man area. So. It clashes with my Tron and my Doctor Who, okay?
Clashes with this chauvinism.
And he likes
So-
cats, so.
Yeah, so anyways, obviously the camera's over here. Cool, we can see everybody. I'm not feeling like I'm blocking Bruce because you guys can actually see him. So, how big? That's a TV, it's not a monitor. It's a cheap one I got on from Best Buy. So here's a print that just came off. We're gonna focus? Come on, Logitech. Let's do this.
Gotta love
It's got a
Logitech.
minimum focus distance.
I know. Come on.
Farther.
Oh my god.
Farther.
I can't do it anymore.
It's so bad. Hang on. Let me pull up my manual override here. Hang on. Turn off low light compensation.
We should get you like a secondary print feature cam that just has macro.
Yeah, just a secondary one.
Yeah. You're like,
Alright, here we
"Yes."
go.
There we go.
Look at the layers.
Yeah, that came out really nice.
Stock.
Not
Focus.
Even, not even fully tuned, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, I forgot to align the Z seam. But, not bad. First time printing with this particular filament here. This is a different type of coax that we use. So, yeah, this we literally just put the printer back together. We just did some upgrades on it. Basically getting it to what the production models would be. And, yeah. So, a couple of things I want to talk about. What's some new stuff going on in the printing community? How many of you guys have heard of this design prototype test guy? Because we were just
This guy.
So
Where
we
do
were just-
start with that.
we were just watching one of the videos on of his on YouTube, and he's an interesting fellow. Let's just say that. It's this guy here in the background.
Cruza really has it out for him. Like legit.
So, this isn't the first time he's like kind of. Why is there a dog running on the loading bar?
That's me.
That's your
I
thing.
have no
don't
idea.
know. I've never seen that.
So, yeah. So I didn't want to give him any sort of like. I'm not giving a shout out. The guy is insane. Like he has posted multiple videos saying how Prusa has stolen ideas from him. And this video, it is titled, Is Prusa Still a Positive Influence on 3D Printing in 2019? He's accusing Prusa of hiring people
Like us.
to, like, imagine if we had a team of people that literally just sat on computers all day with fake YouTube accounts going around commenting on videos to try to make us look better and that we have more support than we really do. That's what he's saying Prusa is doing, is that he has
A comment
all these
farm.
guys, he
Yeah.
literally called it a comment farm, saying that like that Prusa hires people to post positive comments for their products. It's insane, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because I don't know if anybody heard him. So if you want a good laugh and you want to see someone who's clearly delusional and has their head so far up their rear that the only way they can actually see is because their head came out of their own mouth, then go watch his video and read the comments. The comments are gold. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand this guy. Like, the things that he's saying. Like, there's a couple facets. So, like, I showed the video to Noah, and he's just like face palming through like most of the video.
It's starting to hurt. I'm doing it too much.
Yeah,
it's bad.
So the thing is, like, he's going on about, oh, it was my idea to put a temperature sensor in the auto bed leveling probe. It was my idea to have a piece of plastic come in the way of an optical sensor to sense filament. This stuff has been out for a long time, not just in the 3D printing space, but in industrial automation spaces, similar concepts. But the guy's going on like Prusa is just watching his channel, seeing all these comments or all these ideas that he can just steal from him. Like, it's just insane. Like, and I don't understand if he's like actually serious or this is just really good satire, but I sadly think that he's actually serious about it. And he just has this hard on for Prusa.
It's in his eyes.
It's just, and by the way, I don't own a single Prusa printer. I think they're great for people who that's geared towards. But for me, I don't see the need for them. We got a ton of machines here. I actually probably would own one and might in the future, literally just to play with the multi-material. But yeah, the guy he's also the guy that started the whole put foil tape or tape aluminum foil to the bottom of your glass bed so you can use an inductive probe on a glass bed to sense the bottom of the bed to level the top of your bed. So let that sink in of why that's just like, come on. Like, so yeah, it's it just go give it a watch. Make sure ad block's on.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But you can see, I don't know if you can see. So this other video is titled "Prusa has done it again for the second time. Unbelievable." So here, I'm just gonna turn this up and hopefully let me know if you guys can hear this here.
He just needs to smoke a little weed.
He needs to do something. Maybe he's off his meds.
So I woke up at 2 a.m. just, in a fit of insomnia, couldn't sleep, just racked with anxiety, just gutted.
Just, guys, super, super anxiety ridden because Prusa has stolen yet another one of his $1 million ideas, okay? So just keep that in mind.
Worried about how many subscribers I'm going to lose talking about the U.S. Postal Service on this channel, which is supposed to only be about 3D printers and CNC machines. Yeah, so there I am sitting on my phone trying to get tired and go back to sleep when Google...
Now I'm going to kind of skip around because I don't know how many seconds of a clip I can show without getting copyright stricken, because I have a feeling if he's butthurt about Prusa stealing his idea, if I'm sitting here talking, even though it's playing on a TV and it's not actually on here, so I'm going to kind of stop it because I don't want to get any strikes on the channel. So bear with us, but I'll only play a few minutes of this and then we'll comment on it. You can see what I'm talking about because it's insane.
Feeds me this website that you're seeing here. This is what is it, 3D printing industry, and hey, look, this is a press release for a new feature on the Prusa i3 Mark III. And what are we looking at here? This is...
So you can see here he's showing the filament. It's a little blown out because of my image, but just the filament going in, hitting the lever, and he's talking about...
the sensor thus triggering the sensor.
Yeah.
Where have we seen that before? That's right, in my video from 7 months ago. Yeah, look at this. It's a filament pushing the lever out of the way, which then, interrupts the beam of the optical sensor.
So clearly Prusa needs to be burned at the stake. I guess I didn't pay close enough attention when I watched this. He clearly just stole Prusa's idea. It's $1 million idea. Maybe I'll steal the idea. I think we're gonna have to revamp the whole filament sensor on our printer because that's amazing. Just amazing. It's game changing. Yep. Absolutely game changing. I can't even. Like, this micro switch just looks like something from the 80s in comparison to a lever going through an optical sensor path. Wow. Why didn't I think of that? I need to watch his channel. Need to get more ideas.
That's some super high tech stuff, man.
It relies on gravity.
So-
It relies on gravity.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so just that little clip there, will give you an idea of what's in store in this video. All his videos, he's very all about him and how amazing he is, and his one patent he holds on a belt buckle or something for a bag. He's an expert on patent law now because he has one patent on a belt buckle he makes, and he goes off on all sorts of weird just sidebars. So if you want a good laugh, go ahead and watch his videos. He also another couple things, like not in this video, but the other video where he's entitled, let's see here,
He compares himself like everybody.
the Prusa is still a positive influence, and he is like, I don't know if he's straight because he is on Prusa's dick so hard all the time. Like
This is his real opinion.
like he just, if Prusa, I'm willing to bet you if Prusa gave him a printer, he would do a freaking 180. Like, so if the funny thing is, if I commented on the video, I was like, are you still upset that Prusa didn't give you a printer? Because he asked Prusa for a printer, and Prusa commented on the video saying no. And so it's a running joke now. And I had the signature on the comment in bold, sent from Prusa Comment Farm. And then someone else, Ben Brady, commented that the only people that are clearly liking the comments I made for my personal account are people that are TH3D fanboys. And then someone else, I think it was Where Nerdy is Cool, was like, so are you going to go on another tantrum? And I just lost it. That was my morning. It was great. But it's so weird. Like, dude, just make 3D printing videos. Like, this is like our live streams. These are very important. These are very informal. It's kind of a hangout, a chance for you guys to interact with us, chat, you know, but it's just like, oh yeah, that's where I was going. Thank you. So here's the problem here. Okay. So if you guys are familiar with Country 3D, Kuntry 3D, look him up on YouTube. His name is Walter. He's an awesome guy, very genuine guy. I've met him multiple times. I'm friends with him on Facebook. We chat, we BS, we talk shop. Called him Country Bumpkin 3D. Like, and there was another one, and it's like you're going now maliciously attacking all the other people. Like, I'm not okay with that. I'm giving you shit now because there's lines that have been crossed, and it's just insane. Like, I can't grasp why this guy would even post a video like this, so we're gonna have some laughs at his expense right now. But he made another one, I think it's private now, but he made another one ranting about the temperature sensor in the probe, and he also made another one about how Prusa hasn't had an original idea, and Prusa just commented, you don't open understand source. Because he doesn't. So he doesn't understand the concept of open source. The whole point of this community and open source is for everybody to build. Like, if you do something that's open source and you put it out there, you're expecting someone to take it and improve on it or use it, whether that's commercial or personal use. Like, that's the point. If I went out and put our ABL boards open source, I then cannot bitch that somebody then is now making them or is making an iterative design on that, because that's how open source works. You know, it's like how E3D can't complain that there's other companies making V6 hot ends off their design because they open sourced it. The point was to put it out there for the community. So, and this guy just doesn't grasp the whole concept that this entire community on the consumer level that we're at, of 3D printers, doesn't grasp the concept of everybody putting things out there, making changes, making it better, changing it, and putting it back out there, and everybody just swapping stuff back and forth. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it at all. I think I'm just going to leave that up on the screen because that's great.
That's a hurt face. But that's his normal face.
It's just
resting bitch face.
It's just so weird. I mean, like, what are your guys' thoughts on this? So, Bruce, you're probably gonna have to talk up because Mike's here, unless you want to. Here, we got enough room. So here, you can be by the chipmunk face there. Bruce, you can come over here.
Face. Oh,
look at him.
Yeah, he does look like.
breathing.
Stoner Allen.
So I mean, go ahead. I've been yammering on. So go ahead. Let me.
I learned to talk over his yammering. It's okay.
Yeah.
Butterface.
So I mean, what do you guys think? Like, it's ridiculous. Like,
I think he's just paranoid and insecure because he compares himself. He's always talking about how many views he has and then how many views they have. It's like,
yeah,
who fucking cares? Like,
yeah.
Yes, you have 22,000 views and they have 75,000.
Yeah. So what Bruce is talking about is he went and was saying about, oh, Bruce's channel is bigger than mine, and you know all this other stuff, and comparing him to them, and then he's
a huge victim, basically.
Yeah, he plays a victim card. Like he was like, you know, Bruce is selling 3,000 printers a month, and I'm selling wrenches on eBay. Like
because they're the same thing.
No one's forcing you to sell wrenches on eBay.
You should open source your wrenches.
Yeah. So it's just such a weird thing to go on a rant about, and like, come on. I honestly think that if he is actually not as like crazy as he thinks, the only thing I can think of is that he's doing it to grow his channel, because he's gonna lose people that are just like, you're insane, but he's also gonna gain people that are agreeing with him.
So his followers are following him for a reason, so he's just gonna snowball more of the same shyster community. I don't know.
To have drama. That's what gets the views.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's what we'll go for.
I mean, well, so we're gonna eventually transition off this topic of the DPT guy. Let's just call him that. Although that sounds like something obscene. So, anyways, the guy. He also in one video accused Scott Latine, and I know Scott's in here, so I don't know if you saw this, Scott, but he accused you of making Marlin so convoluted and difficult so that people had to pay Scott personally to help him with Marlin.
Oh my god.
I have to find the video. It might be one he pulled, but as soon as he posts a video now, I just download it so I have a copy locally.
Yep.
But I'm surprised he hasn't taken this down. But like, really? You ever think that maybe it's really complex code, and like that's just how it is? You got to know what you're doing.
No.
I mean, did you pay Scott? Did you pay Scott to set up your printer firmware?
Right.
Did you? Did you get? No. Why not? It's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, Jake from Save Arm. I'm subbed to him because I look forward to watching the train wreck. Yeah, he hates Marlin. He's so butthurt about Prusa. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I got monitor sharing set up here.
Wouldn't be surprised if there's a response to this video eventually.
Let me see here. I don't want to like expose all my personal crap here.
Oh, he's got some.
You'll see my kitten wallpaper.
He's actually really.
Let me
obsessed
see
with cats.
here. Right monitor. Okay. Wait, that's my main monitor. That's not the right monitor. Hang on. Oh, this is on my laptop. Okay, hang on. That's not it. That's it. Okay, hang on. Let me resize this because that monitor is a different resolution here. I don't have port. It's 2019 and I got gig internet. Who downloads port anymore? Come on.
We're all just afraid to raise our hands, or is that?
Really? I mean, whatever floats your boat, man.
Hey, the cat pictures excite him a lot.
So hang on, I'm gonna try to find this. Oh, let's pull Facebook Messenger. I don't know what's on there. Where is it? Oh yeah, here. So I got the screenshot here. Let me download this. But it was just I thought it was funny, and yeah, it's just.
Why is Alan's face on your desktop?
Alan's face on my desktop because that was his photo for the website. I was gonna make it my wallpaper, but I thought that would be really creepy.
You would freak him out. That's
all right. Here we go. So I posted Here, still upset that Prusa wouldn't give you a printer. Sent from the Prusa comment farm. And then our buddy Ben Brady, love you, Ben. Obviously, thumbed up his comment. Our Timothy Hogan, TH3D fanboys with an I. Over the comment because not to, but because it's true. Are you gonna have another meltdown? That's a valid question. If you guys know the backstory about that guy, that's a whole nother story we could talk about. I don't think you're privy to that. He basically had a meltdown because we sent too many emails communicating that we were moving and when things would be shut down.
Oh God!
And then
Stop telling me.
And then complained that we weren't good at communicating.
Mm-hmm.
All in the same post. So,
Never gonna understand that.
so yeah, bring back the derp face. Let me see if I press the back button. Will it come back up? Oh, come on, Android TV. Oh no.
Wow.
Talking derp face.
All right. So, yeah. So, anyways, that was the latest drama. Trademarks you can't use. So, like, I sell E3D V6 based hot ends. So, like the design, we have a machinist over in Shenzhen in Taiwan that makes parts. We put them into full products and we sell our hot ends because it's an open source design. However, I cannot sell them as E3D V6s. They own the trademark on E3D and V6, and that's just honestly crappy to do. Like, don't use their brand name. Like, they were kind enough to put the design out. Don't use their brand name. So yeah, they do have V6 as a trademark, and they do have E3D as a trademark. So if you guys do see any sites selling clones or third-party V6s as E3D V6s or V6s, report them to E3D so they can take them down. Because they shouldn't be advertising them. See, a lot of eBay resellers. There was a guy named Brian Groves who was selling E3D V6s, but they were clones. They weren't actual E3Ds, but his eBay listings. So I reported them to, just copied the URL, sent them to E3D. They actually have a contact form or an email or something. But just give them the heads up that somebody's trying to profit off of their name. That's wrong. We've had people do that to us. Like, we hold trademarks on TH3D and EasyABL right now. I've had people trying to make posts and pages using our trademark name to try to further their, copy of our stuff. So
it's usually much worse.
Yeah, compatible. Like, so yeah, you can do V6 compatible. So like we have stuff that they're V6 compatible, and it's very clear. It even says on the page that this is our version. This is not an E3D product. So don't be a dick. Like, doing that, using that someone else's trademark name, especially if you're selling stuff, that's a dick move and it's illegal. So, what else do we want to talk about? What else has been going on here other than the craziness we had with the alphas, which finally got fixed today?
Sure.
So, yeah, it's just been craziness here.
Yeah, yesterday sucked.
Yeah.
My head was like split in 10 different directions. I was not having fun. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put this together. This doesn't fit.
Yeah, then stuff didn't fit, and you know what gets serious when the Dremel comes out.
Yeah, we were drilling things.
Yeah, we were drilling, we were dremeling. I was like, you know what? We're gonna make these work. I have to get these done. And that's kind of another thing I want to talk about. There's all these little, like little stuff that you guys don't see, and not just with us, but with any 3D printer company. Like all this little stuff that you don't see that it takes to get that product to you. And being able to have the tools and resources and know-how on hand to get things to where they're supposed to be, where it's going to be something that works. Oh, how many WTFs? Matt goes, is this guy, what is he talking about? Is that these? I was like, yeah, they're right there. Told you the other day. So I think he got those shipped out for you there, Watch. Let's see, BL Touch and firmware for the CR10S Pro. I don't have that machine. And I own one BL Touch and it came with my TiVo Flash. And that printer's been sitting idle. The picture I had before on the TV was better. I don't know. Look at that. He stole my idea. They're putting stuff in the water that's turning the filament gay. Yeah, so And let's see, we are discontinuing the Tough V6 nozzles, which were like our fancier nozzles. They work just as well. They're a little bit smoother internal polish than like our standard ones, but the reality is the cheap ones we sell work great. So the we cleared those out, and we're just gonna carry the standard ones. I didn't think you guys would, like our customers, would want the higher price nozzles. I got a few in to see if they would sell. So we're going to keep with, you know, our current thing, which is, you know, good products at a cheap price, you know. So let's see here. Looks like he's coming to get me. I would love, oh my God, would I love for him to see this and make a video. Oh my God. That would just, it would be so great.
That's what I'm saying. If he sees this, we're probably going to get a response. Those guys doing that. They must know just
Oh my God, just give Prusa, Joe, if you're watching this, just send him a printer so he stops ranting about you. Please, just take one for the team and all of us, and just give him a damn printer already, okay? Otherwise, you know what, maybe I should set up a GoFundMe, and we will crowdfund a printer so he doesn't have to sell more wrenches on eBay. Like,
maybe that's his beef.
I don't understand.
Pay him $50 for stealing his sensor.
Like, C2C, Easy ABL and CR10S Pro. I will eventually get that working on there. But again, I don't have the machine. Okay, so to let you guys know what's coming up. So this office has been a mess, and it's finally coming together this week. Noah's been helping me organize. Bruce has been helping me organize. We've been getting everything together. I got the sound panels up because it was very echoey in here. So I am going to be doing, I don't know if we have an Ender 4 and Ender 5 in the box that are new. Ender 5 is going to get a review on the channel, or like a live stream. The A20, A20M are going to pop up on here. And then I have an Ender 4 that we purchased from Tiny Machines just for development. Do you guys want to see a video on that? It's an older model. They don't make it anymore as far as I know. But I will be I have a couple connections where I can get like Amazon return machines for a pretty cheap price. So I'm gonna see
Those
the
are
guy.
fun to fix too.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
No,
They're worth the savings.
it's funny to see what people do to them.
I'll get back to you in a sec, WF or Rider. So yes, we seriously get over a dozen messages a week. Okay. Asking about putting our sensor on the CR10S Pro because the sensor Creality uses is just that bad. So I originally wasn't going to do anything for that machine because I'm like going, okay, well, it's got the touchscreen, which is a pain to work with. It's already got a leveling sensor, which I assumed would work. And it's got a bunch of upgrades. It looks like a decent machine on paper. So it's just like, okay, well, I guess we're not going to have to do anything with that. Well, then we started getting messages saying, hey, TH3D, I have this on my printer, and it works great on here. And then, yeah, so I was like, okay, well, I guess we're going to have to get one. So I really have no need for that specific printer. But if people are wanting to put that on there, my thing is, you guys, that printer is not cheap. That's like $650 to $700. If that didn't work, I would send it back. Like, send it back to Creality and tell them to get their shit together, because that, like, a Chinese printer that comes with no support for $650 to $700 better work. Like, if it was $450, $500, I'll be forgiving. But I would have sent that back and been like, no, I'm not screwing with it. That's just me. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, okay, you know the price points of all the different printers. Like, so, you know, you got this printer that looks great on paper, but you get it and it's just a pile. Like, and the reality is, if that sensor doesn't work to your average end user, that printer doesn't work. The entire printer doesn't work. Yep. So, like, if I ship a machine and it's got a defective sensor on it, that printer is useless to the end user.
Yeah. Yep. You can get better things for less.
Yeah. So it's just like, why not just get a CR10S or a CR10 and just upgrade it? Yep. It'd probably be about the same price. Like, because that's how I look at it with machines. So I actually wanted to build our ABS farm in all of our machines, but obviously I don't have a ton of them right now. And we don't need the huge build volume. So we actually got a bunch of Ender 3s that were Amazon returns, and they had minor issues with them, but we got a really good price on them. And the reality is we don't print stuff bigger than the Ender 3 bed in ABS. So we bought them, we put our sensor on, we put our tough tube on, we put our tough extruder on, the easy out kit, solid bed mounts, and the bootloader.
Okay, there.
So like that's it. We have reliable ABS printers.
Labels.
Has your SW the Sidewinder. It's been shipped. I got a tracking number. So yeah, so I have the AK Racing, yes, in short they did, but it was a process. So anyways, we will be getting a CR10S Pro. I also have a CRX downstairs. I think it's at Ender 5, Ender 4. Actually, I've got it. We now have an internal management system here. So let me see here. So here's on my to-do list: Ender 5 live stream and firmware, CRX live stream and firmware, 820M, 820, and Ender 4. Okay, so those are the 5 machines I have on my to-do list right now. So yeah. So anyways, what are you talking about blank labels, Samantha? I don't understand. Blank labels. What is she talking about? Oh, can someone bring me plain labels? You stole all of them. I don't know what labels you're referring to, but I do have a bunch of labels in my office. They're in this thing over here. Yeah, they actually opened up. So let's talk about AK Racing, which is obviously these chairs that we're using. So I am happy with them. However, okay. They're in here, Samantha. Come get your damn labels. Jesus.
It's like texting from the next chair over.
Send a cat.
Hey Google, make an announcement. Come get your labels. So, anyways, we've totally derailed me here. I was talking about something. Anyways, okay, AK Racing. So the chair he is sitting in. Yeah. So, anyways, the chair he's sitting in, the problem is that these side pieces here are just wore straight through. Like if Bruce moves his leg, as I showed, they're just worn straight through. This chair is not even 6 months old. So I sent them, they reached out to me, which was great, because it looks like WF Rider reached out to me, or reached out to them, so they then reached out to me. And they go, okay, we'll send you, I sent them pictures, sent the receipt. It's got a 3-year warranty on it. And they send a seat, I get the seat, and it's too small. So I email them again with measurements showing the sizes of the seats, because this is the big and tall version because I'm fat, and it's comfy. And they go, well, we can send you the back. Oh yeah, this is the seat from this model. We don't make the Overture anymore, which is this one. But we can send you the back for the one we sent you a seat for, and then you can like figure out how to assemble the bottom of that chair onto the seat of the other chair. Or we can send you another chair. I was like, you know what? I'll just throw this one in the garage and just send me a new chair. So they sent me a new chair, so I got a free chair. But I mean, I paid $350, so it wasn't really free. But the point is, they sent me a new chair. It is what it is. I'll probably buy from them again. But yeah, like it's a comfortable chair. This one's fine. This is not like Samantha's DX Racer. My fat ass hits the sides.
It's the thigh spillover.
Yeah, I'm too thick. I'm too thick here. So, but I'll buy from them again. It's just like, come on, I told you guys the model I had. Why can't you go, oh yeah, we don't have this model, instead of sending me a seat that wouldn't fit. You know, anyways, but this one works. I'm happy with it. I got my little padded armrest here, and Matt's using this one in the garage as his desk chair, so he can feel special for having a racing chair. So we just grabbed this one. Stop talking. She hasn't mentioned the labels. Oh, she wants them. Okay, well, you can come get them. I don't know what labels, unless you give me the Avery label number, which you probably don't know. I'm assuming. Just open the bottom right drawer, the cloth bin drawer in the cube organizer. I'm pretty sure it's the green. There's a green box. There should only be one Avery green box. What are these them? I'm pretty sure these are the ones you're talking about. These guys here.
This is like texting to the same person at a dinner
Like,
table.
here, just can you
High-tech
give that to her
conversation.
so she stops clogging up the chat with her
but
labels?
the chat loves it.
They like her better
Oh
than
my
you.
god. Okay, there we go. Bruce is delivering your labels. So, yeah, so AK Racing took care of me. It was a lot of back and forth. It was more complicated than it should have been. But whatever. I got a working chair that's not all falling apart. So that's now going in the garage so it can get destroyed and whatever. It's just I expected more out of a $350 chair to hold up a little better. But it works. So it just bothered me.
He's getting your second win and there's paper everywhere.
What?
There's paper everywhere on the floor.
Oh, she's going through stuff. Is she labeling things? Is that
Yeah.
it? Oh,
Well, duh, she wants labels.
okay. So I'm just gonna go back through the chats here. So yes, Matt, the Sidewinder's coming for me. Fun fact: the company that makes the Sidewinder, the company that, like, the parent company that owns them is actually the company that we get our bare bone machines that we start with for the alphas. So they do a decent job. Aside from them completely screwing up the brackets that were a good, I think, 10 millimeters off.
Yeah, this is like a quarter to a third of an inch.
Yeah, so they
bad.
screwed up the dual Z bracket, but I was able to get brackets from Chris at Tiny Machines, and all the spacing's the same on our brackets versus the Creality ones. So we were able to use the Creality ones with one hole widened for our, because we have dual eccentrics. And they work perfectly. So I was able to pull that in clutch. So Chris, if you're watching this, thank you. Because otherwise I'd have to have them make all new brackets and then overnight them here from Taiwan. And that's just way too much time. So, yeah. I'm just looking here. Yeah, Ender 5. Yeah, Tor, I have an Ender 5. I see Michael Van S. Yes, please. When we're talking about the CRTS Pro sensor. Yeah, it's just, it baffles me that they can't get it right. Like, they have so much, like, everybody, like, they can go and talk to companies and factories that make the sensors over there. Like, how are they not getting good sensors? Unless they're just cutting,
Cutting corners.
I think they're just trying, that's the only thing I can
I
think
mean,
of.
everything, when they tried to copy your sensor, they didn't do a very good job.
How have we not all been fired? I don't know. Why would you guys be fired? No, I appreciate it, WF Rider. Like I said, I'll buy from them again. It was a more complicated process, but it happens. Like, we own a small business. We know how it goes. No, what's your take on seeing the behind the scenes here? Is it what you expected?
It is not all what I expected, actually.
Why is that?
I don't know
expected
why
a
I thought
company.
things were more organized.
I was saying you expected a
honest.
company, and it would look like a company or something.
I work out of my garage.
Look
Yeah,
at my,
so
look at my RGB headers.
yeah, so if you guys wanna see here,
Are you showing them all your security cameras?
yeah, so
System is so integrated.
I have hey Google, turn on the garage lights. They're off right now.
Where?
Oh, it didn't hear me. Hey Google, turn on the garage lights. So this is not the one. This is the second one. This should be. So there's a delay, obviously, for the IP cameras. But this is where we do all of our stuff right now.
Hey, there it is.
They actually turned on instantly. It's just there's a major delay. This app actually sucks. I don't know why I fired up the cameras with this app. But yeah, so we have all of our printers here. Here's all of our. I'm sure you can see my cursor on screen. So we have all of the inventory here. There's miscellaneous packing here. 2 soldering station workbenches. Matt's desk is over here in the corner. The packing computer is actually down here. And then we have our print farm over here. So if I go to this one, this is the middle camera. Here's the alphas torn apart here.
Guinness
Here's
Trees
our
speakers
ABS
on.
Ender 3s. We got 2 of 6 up and running. The other ones are pretty much done. They just have to be buttoned up. So this is where we are
Wait.
operating out of.
Okay, Google, play Baby Shark.
Oh, no. Google. Hey, Google, stop. Google. Hey, Google. Hey, Google. Hey, Google, stop. Stop. Hey, Google, stop. Hey Google, turn off all the lights. Hey Google, turn off all the
I
lights.
know.
Oh crap.
Turn off the house.
Hey Google, turn on the lights. There we go. Okay, here's. Damn it! Hey Google, stop. Oh god, this is so bad. Okay. Anyways, what is Matt or what is Noah doing? What were you doing?
Did you have? Oh, here one.
What are you looking for? All right, I totally forgot I had the cameras up,
More
and you just
energy.
set off the motion sensor.
Turn it back on.
Yeah, you turned the lights back
I was
on.
trying to get Baby Shark to play for all of our users.
So, what if Google turned off all the lights on the entire planet?
It just chained through all the streams everywhere.
So, if you buy your Easy Pi, yes, you always have to flash the bootloader on an Ender 3.
It's an Ender 3.
Yeah, they need the bootloader every single time. If you have, I think I have one laying around here. That's a CR10S. Well, this one's seen better days, but if you have the 1284p style board, you need to flash your bootloader. Pretty much with every single 1284p vendor board. So ANET, Tronxy. If it's got a 1284p, there's a good chance that it's probably going to need a bootloader. Weihenhow included, they use 1284s. Now, you can do it with a Pi. However, I've now had 3 people that have tried flashing their bootloaders with a Pi and fried their Pis because the Uno runs on 5 volts for the logic like your printer board does. A Raspberry Pi is 3.3 on its input-output pins. I've had 3 people now fry their Raspberry Pi. So do you want to be buying a new $30 Raspberry Pi or spend, $15 on an Uno and know it's going to work? So if you're too intimidating to flash your bootloader, we do actually sell Melzy boards now, the Creality boards pre-flashed. But we also sell a bootloader kit, and I think it's like 15 or 16 bucks. And if you buy an ABL kit, there's a discount to bundle the bootloader kit with an Easy ABL kit. Because obviously you need an Easy ABL kit to flash the bootloader. And actually, I don't know why we don't bundle the bootloader kits with the Easy out. I'm going to do that. So, me personally, I always use an Uno. The fact that I've now had 3 different people tell me that their Raspberry Pi no longer functions after using it to flash a bootloader. Like, it successfully flashed it, but then it no longer works. I cannot recommend it because I don't want people potentially frying their Raspberry Pis. So, yeah. That's just, make a test. There we go. Yes, using our team collaboration software. So, yeah. So what is everybody, does anybody have any questions, about what's going on here? Just printer questions in general. Don't get the Feist-Tex. I tried those, and we were originally going to do the Feist-Tex or the Big Tree Tech TMC 2208s, and we ended up going with the Waterot TMC 2208s. And they work so much better. They run cooler. They actually are able to be configured correctly because there's like next to no documentation on these Chinese 2208s. You can get it from DigiKey for like $8. So, I actually just, so let's do this. Would you guys like to see us stock MKS Gen Ls and like 4988 drivers and Waterot TMC 2208 drivers and the LCDs, like the 12864 LCDs. So basically all this, the boards and all the stuff to go with them, and add support for the MKS Gen L into our firmware. Is that something you guys would want us to do? Because I've already got quotes on all the prices for the parts, and we could sell them and actually make it worthwhile. Tor just wants them because he gets cost on stuff. Yes,
I was like,
carry
yeah,
them. Yes.
I know why you want it, buddy.
I don't have time to fly to Austin. Honestly, if I had time and things were running here and I didn't have to be, I would seriously, if you were to buy a plane ticket, I would fly out there and we could geek out. And I am 100% serious, but the problem is I have like no freaking time. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna place an order then and confirm that because I got pricing. So what kind of stuff would you guys like to see alongside that? So like me personally, I know like our printer, has the MKS Gen L board in it, which they're good boards. I like them. The problem is they're not dropping replacements for a lot of printers. Like they don't fit the Crealities. It's a lot of DIY. So I could also then figure out like have brackets already made, obviously, and we'll put the STL files if you want to print them yourself, and have like brackets for a couple bucks more, the screws and all that stuff to try to get as much of a drop in as we can. The LV8729s don't work very well with the 8-bit processors. Those are 128 stepping drivers, and they just can't do the step rate. And I've played with them. I have some here. So on our printer, we run the TMC228, the water out TMC228s on the X and Y, and then on the Z and E, we actually run the 4988s because those don't make noise really during printing. You can only usually hear fast retracts. But the problem we found was that the TMC228s, unless you put in the spread cycle mode, which then they get loud, which defeats the point of paying the higher end drivers. Cyril.
Upside down.
So the point is to run them in the Stealth Chop 2 mode, and I want to talk about the 2130s since we're on this topic of drivers. So the problem is that because when you're in Stealth Chop 2 mode, your X and Y move a lot, okay? So the problem is that we found, even with a high VREF on E and Z, they start losing steps, meaning you're going to have under extrusion and your Z is going to skip layers. So that's why we did not put them on the Z and E, because they weren't consistent enough. We do carry the dual Z kit for the Ender 3. I have a bunch of them there, and we are putting them on one of our machines, recording the process, and then they will be up on the site. What day is today? Thursday? Today's Thursday?
Well, yeah,
Thursday.
I should have them up there this weekend because I'm just going to record it and cut it up so you guys, I don't want to put them on the site right now because there's no documentation on how to install them. So I'm going to be doing a review, or not a review, but like an install video on here's how to put them on there. So we have them. I'm looking at the wait list, or like the sign up list.
So the way things have been going by this
I should have bought more of them. I'm actually probably going to have to order more of them. So yeah, that's the hold up. I have, with everything that's been going on with the alpha printers and just general management around here, it's been, I haven't had time to do it. That's the problem. And I don't want to throw it out there and have a product and people email us, well, how do I install this? And we don't have anything to give them. That's a huge problem. So I'd rather not sell them, even though we have them sitting here. We've had them sitting here for weeks, which is not good for business, but I don't want to put them out there when we don't have documentation ready. We don't have anything ready in terms of how to put it on the printer, and that's not fair to customers. So, do I notice? Okay, so one of the guys was talking about TMC 2130s and SPI. So here's the reason why I don't want to sell 2130s. 2130s are an outdated old chip. And that's because they do not have Stealth Chop 2. Stealth Chop 1 was never intended for use on a 3D printer. And the problem with Stealth Chop 1 is that it will always lose steps at some point. No matter how well you have your printer tuned, no matter how smoothly everything's running, at some point you're going to get a layer shift, because Stealth Chop 1, the original one, just plain old Stealth Chop, was never designed for use in 3D printers. Stealth Chop 2 is a new version that has higher torque and dynamic torque, meaning if it sees that that move is going to require more effort and more amperage to the motor, it's going to dynamically adjust the output of the motor's torque so you do not lose steps. I haven't had a single instance of step loss with the 22.8s, whereas the 2100s and the 2130s always had step loss. Like, I would have a couple good prints, and then I'd be in a longer one, boom, layer shift. That's why I don't like them. So let me go through here. Yes, the LV8729 can be set at 1/16, but again, why you're going to run a 1/128 stepping driver at 1/16, pay more for it when a 4988 will work just as well as a higher end driver set at a lower step rate. There's no point. Yeah, I do feel like most stepper drivers in general run better at 24 volts because they have a little more torque, because of the motors are running on a higher voltage. Let's see here. Do you guys notice I don't see any, we haven't had any lost steps on here aside from one time when I wasn't paying attention and something curled up on the print and the nozzle hit it. So yeah, I mean, good for you. I've had nothing. Here's the thing. Just because one person had an okay time, the problem is I've used these on multiple machines, and the problem is they're not consistent enough, and I'm not going to sell something with chips that are potentially inconsistent. I can't do that. Because while one person may be fine, the next person may have just something slightly wrong. You want to have, because these machines are never going to be perfect, okay? So you need to have your amperage set high enough and have the stepper driver be able to power through a slight little bump, you know, that it might hit, whereas the Stealth Chop ones, they're just going to lose steps and your print's going to fail. So I run the 22.8s in Stealth Chop 2 mode. That's what I run on here. And I was playing around with UART, but honestly, they run great in Stealth Chop 2 standalone mode. So it works. It's quiet. I'm not going to mess with it. You know, I set my VREF, I probe it out, set the VREF, and it's good. Let me see here. I thought I saw another. Yeah, so we're going to make a dual Z video for the Ender 3. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and order a bunch of goodies for the MKSs. So if you guys have any other suggestions on what drivers for the MKSs, what drivers, accessories, let me know. We carry a lot of stuff already. Can you guys think of anything? Because I'm basically getting LCDs, boards, and 4988s and 2208s. And we're going to get the Jenner and water out ones. It was on a 24-volt system, the step loss on Z&E. Okay, nozzles for the CR10S Pro. Hey Tor, put a note in our inventory chat or a to-do for me to see if, because I can definitely get them. I have connections. I can get Creality parts. I'll have to look more into the 8729s because you're the second person to mention them. I mean, what's the benefit over the 4988s that the LV 8729s give you? Over them, like what are you getting for that added cost other than saying that you have an LV 8729 driver? What about doing a live stream on video easy ABL troubleshooting? That would require me to break one of my printers.
Yeah.
I would have to sabotage one of our machines. Tor, make me a to-do list to look into the 8729 drivers and nozzles for the CR10S Pro, because those do have a different thread type. Yeah, encoders on steppers, that is something you can do. There are low-cost boards to do that. It can get very costly. But in all seriousness, I would have to intentionally break one of my printers to do an easy ABL troubleshoot. I almost would have to find a customer in the area that's having issues.
What can go wrong with them?
Yeah.
It's a good video, but
Did you leave that door open? I don't want Samantha to like complain about us being loud.
Yeah, because the cat was in here.
Oh,
She's working right now.
Hey Google, turn on display lights automation. Okay. Yeah, I was like, it turned off my automation.
Yeah.
So you can see my little. Do you guys like my cubes? Boop boop. So
that was our night project for 2 hours.
A quiet fan, including the Meanwhile fan. Oh, so fun story. I had my first Meanwhile fan, or Meanwhile power supply fan ever die, which is sitting here. And the 24-volt ones actually have 12-volt fans in them. The thing is, though, like the 24-volt fans we sell, so even if you put a 24-volt in it, it's just going to run slower. So yeah. But what we were talking about, oh, fans, yeah. So
It'd have to be a bigger fan.
they aren't that loud. The Meanwhile stock fans aren't that loud. That's the loudest thing on our printer is the Meanwhile fan. So which is not saying much. You don't put Knock 2 on everything, unless you want overheating. So what should I print? Does that bed clear on there?
Yeah.
So here, I mean, you guys can hear it's actually pretty quiet in this room. Here,
This
I'm gonna.
computer is louder than or as loud.
Yeah. So here, I'm gonna home. You can see my alpha back here. Go ahead and home X Y, and the only thing you'll hear is the Z. You can hear the X and Y a little bit because stepper drivers make noise, but. And now Z, and you'll hear the Z. But when it's printing, the Z is not moving like that. That's the logic. So you can save yourself some money if you're doing a TMC 2208 conversion, and use your 4988s on there because that axis doesn't make a lot of noise during printing at all. It actually doesn't make any noise. Let me see here. I'm gonna import one of my test files. What should I print? A Banshee? Let me see. Here's my test file. I got a Banshee. I got a lattice torture cube. Actually, we're gonna do that. Let's do the lattice torture cube. And we don't want support on here. Let's do 20% infill, 0.2 layer height. And let's do it for PLA, not engine. I gotta remember to change my layer height because I was running a 0.05. I've got a 0.05 profile working on this, and it's gorgeous, gorgeous. So I can do down to 0.05. I've been playing with this machine a lot, and it's been running great. Because it just works, which is the point of it. All right, so I'm gonna do a lattice torture cube here. Here we go. So I got that here. I don't have a webcam hooked up to it yet, so here we go. And you can see licensed to Timothy Hope, and some people are saying we pirate Simplified 3D. Nope, we have like
Sam's
6 licenses.
To her own music, she can't hear it.
All right, so there we go. Just don't go Noctuas. We sell quiet 24-volt fans. So let me go ahead and slice that up. This is the Maker Muse lattice torture test. We got it from his like Gumroad account. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that to my G-code code folder, and we're using the EasyPi. So I'm gonna go ahead and select my STL or my G-code here, and I'm gonna go ahead and print. And what I'm going to show you guys here, well, you probably can't.
Meter.
I wish I could bring my camera over there, but I can't. Can I zoom in? This is going to be so bad.
We'll have you
fake
get
zoom.
under camera control. Rather
It'd be
than trying to
digital.
stretch
Well,
the...
it's digital zoom. It's just fake zoom.
Yeah, hang on. Can I?
You can.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So at least they can see it moving and try and...
Okay, hang on. This is so bad.
How rickety that is.
No.
Okay, so this is so. If you notice, we have a light on the hot end. Okay, so right now it's just white. Now, if I hit print,
turn off the light behind it.
Yeah,
No,
turn off
turn off this one.
Yeah. That. Okay.
That's
So
your
you see, it's gonna home. So that I have a G28, and now you'll see. Yeah, just leave it. It's fine. So as it heats, it's actually going to start changing color on the LED bar here.
Now it's blue.
Now it's turning with blue.
It looks white.
Hey Google, turn off the lights. So you guys can see it better.
Now it's blue in this screen.
Yeah. So it's going to change colors. My cubes are doing their own thing. So, but it's heating the bed up to 60 right now. We're already at 36. It heats up pretty quick. So the cool thing is, at a glance, you'll be able to see. I can never know where to point. Right here. It's going to change like a. I think it goes from blue. It's actually a purple right now. But the camera's just not showing it. But basically, the head's going to change colors. You can see your print. I'm going to go ahead and zoom this out because this really doesn't show anything. Hey, Google, turn on the lights. We're already at 41.
Okay, turning on 5 lights.
All right. So there we go. Oh, God. What is that? What did this do?
That's me.
Okay. All right. So anyways, we got RGB. That's what all the kids these days love. Is the RGBs, guys. We got the RGBs. I feel like this video shot, am I just being weird, or is this video shot tighter now?
It's inverted.
It's not inverted. Because
Let's
my
see a little
shirt's.
bit farther in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like it didn't actually zoom out all the way.
No?
Am I just being weird right now?
No, it shows the outlines being full. Right click, transform, fit to screen. You can do that.
The hell? It stepped in one low. That's what I thought. I'm like, hang on.
Click the minus.
Oh,
Still
hang
have
on.
that
Field of view. Oh,
Hey.
there we go. Okay. I was like, I saw that happen. There's got to be, yeah. So, anyways, that's almost done heating the bed. So, it takes about 2 minutes to get to 60C. It'll get to 100 in about 6-7 minutes. It heats up really quick, and we're actually not using a Kinovo. It's all DC. It's all DC power. 24 volts on the bed. We've got 2 16 gauge pairs of wire going to it, so it carries plenty of current for it. So I don't like AC beds, especially on a machine. On a machine that we're selling, because if something happens with those wires, that's mains power. I'm not comfortable with that. Why did you give us money? You didn't have to do that. To glue it down a second time. Is the adhesive all off the back? I don't know what you would use. What would you do? Like, oh, I forgot I have gifts when they donate. Put on a hotbed, only lost some of the adhesive. You could buy, if you go on Amazon and search 300 LSE, I think, oh, a large bubble. Here's what I do. So if you guys get a bubble, and this isn't just for ours. If you get a large bubble, take like
So you can get a needle.
really sharp knife, go straight down. Obviously, if you have glass, don't go too hard because you can puncture the glass and it'll crack. But if you're on the metal, what we've done, like if I've gotten a bubble, I've gotten a couple times, I will push the bubble and just pop it essentially. So get it pushed in, go dead center and go real quick, pop it, and then it'll flatten out and then smooth it out, work it in. That's what I do instead of scrapping the mat. Because I'm not perfect. I screw up putting mats on occasionally. So, and the printer is now almost at temp. It's going up to 210. So and the fans are on right now. So
GIFs are a religious issue, I guess. It's graphical image.
it's not an air bubble. It was because I put it on too hot lower bed on the Pro. Honestly, man, if you want, just send us a message. Send us a message and we can give you a discount as a one-time courtesy. Basically, we have our policies and everything, but if you're not a dick, we'll take care of you like above and beyond. A lot of people seem to forget that and think that yelling and screaming at us when they screwed something up is going to get them free stuff. But if you're a decent human being, be like, yeah, I screwed up. I get it. I've been there. I do this stuff too. I'm not aware of high temp. Do you know any high temp spray glue? I feel like that's something you would know about.
I mean, there's like photo mount spray when they use the irons. They heat it to cure it, but well, it's not really temporary. It's supposed to be
it's permanent. I don't know of anything temporary.
I mean, you just have to look for something that's removable with a temperature tolerance, I guess. But
yeah, because so all of our PEI, our Easy Mats, those all have 300 LSE 3M tape, which is good up to 120C, and it removes very clean. Versus you see guys using the 468, and there's another one, but they're a paper-backed adhesive.
Ask the Coven of Nerds; they probably know.
I haven't messed with the 3M Super 66 Plus. Take it easy, Kent. Thanks for dropping in. I know it's late. We've been going for almost an hour and 20 minutes now.
Yeah. I thought it was
So
like 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we both got we all got work tomorrow actually. So maybe it'll be warm enough to actually have the spackle dry. I need to check my tracking.
How did the heat
Feel free to ask
do?
questions, people. Drop questions in the chat. Oh, JC, are you JC who I think you are? Because I only know one JC. Oh, the other heater's not gonna be here till Friday.
You need two for that room.
Well, that's why I bought a second one. So,
And what was the one?
yeah,
thing?
it's going. We're pretty much settled in. You're welcome to come by. Just let me know. We're here pretty much all the time.
He accepts free labor.
So, it's going. No, different JC, not our Lord and Savior.
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, eh.
Took me a second.
Oh, okay. What's the best Prusa MK3 clone kit? So Prusa's MK3 is completely open source. A D-Force and Feistek on AliExpress have a Prusa MK3 clone, and they're shipping them quicker than Prusa shipping their own printers. But they don't come with the ENC Rambo board, which you can get. They don't come with the laser filament sensor, which we just learned Prusa's no longer using. They're using the stolen idea from our boy.
It's cheaper.
But it's piqued my interest to just see what the quality is, because we all know some of the stuff coming out of China is really sketch. And I think I was looking at it all in for the board and the clone kit. I think it was like $520 for an MK3 clone. And I thought it would make for an interesting stream, but I also can't justify a bunch of other printers. Yeah, $434 for the MK3, but there's no board with it, so you have to supply a board. Dave, I'll get back to you in a sec here. The names of the sellers: D-Force and Feistek. F-Y-S-T-E-C, I believe. It's not T-E-C-H. I think it's F-Y-S-T-E-C. Yeah, JC, the Meanwhile power supplies, we've been seeing a lot of Ender 3s where people swap the PSUs and everything starts working. Not just the ABL kit, but things just run better because the power supplies they come with are terrible.
We have spare Ender 3 power supplies for sale.
We have. I would not sell. Okay, so
I know.
when we bought all these Amazon returns,
I wanna, like,
we now
offer-
have stacks of the stock Ender 3 power supplies. If anybody wants to come get them, I'm not going to take the time to ship. If anyone's in the area and you want them, you can take them. But I accept no responsibility for
Your
if they
house
catch on
fires.
fire. D-Force and Triangle Labs are the same
You
company.
can reduce the fire risk by cutting the plugs off and hard soldering them.
So, in terms of, okay, so, Dave, let me see here if I can pull up my chat with my brother. My brother Doug, who actually does all of our 3D design and CAD work right now, actually has I think he has it working, but he was working on a new, exactly what you're talking about, like a full conversion kit. I'm trying to remember if he posted it in our group chat or if he posted it in it's not in a private message to me. I'm checking to see here. Yeah, I should probably take the stock. I should probably take the stock. I would not trust those to run LEDs. I don't want anything catching on fire in my house. Like, they're so sketchy. If you've been inside a Meanwheel and you've been inside one of these other ones, it's rough. I haven't torn up the CRX. The CRX is still in the box.
Mine still has the stock supply.
Does yours? You haven't changed that?
Yeah, no. Well, I never. That's the way. You
Oh,
get
yeah,
it.
this is funny. This is off topic, but this is funny. Someone customized their Creality CRX startup image. I thought that was clever. I'm trying to find this because he posted pictures here. So this shirt is cloned from Prusa's. Everyone's a maker. I'm a printer. Prusa. And we actually have our logo on the back. So I'm definitely wearing these to Murph and seeing if Joseph
one
picks
from
up on the
Murph.
fact that I tried to match the font and everything.
Oh.
But I'm still scrolling through all the pictures. Like, if you ever use Facebook chat, it's got like a picture archive here. I'm trying to remember where he posted it at or how far back. I am scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. But he did a really good job of it. I know he had renders done. I don't know if he printed it. But if it works, then it'd be something we could offer. A linear rail conversion.
It's an open source shirt. We'll be okay.
Purse is not gonna. I didn't take anything from the design guy. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, you guys are gonna go like nerdy on this here. So here we go. These are the renders of my brother's control box delete and linear rail mod. So he's got even these little spacers here to space it out. This is something we're going to look at getting all the parts for and carrying. So see, he's got a full control box delete with linear rails. It's pretty cool. So
160 Fahrenheit isn't that
yeah,
high.
160 Fahrenheit is not that high.
Like
so there's his renders of his mod. If it works, it'll be something I'll look at sourcing all the stuff to get it into the shop. So yeah, I got a new toilet seat from Amazon if anybody cares. It's a slow close, so no slamming in the middle of the night. I just saw him at Amazon orders.
It's a lazy
slow close. Like
they are nice.
So yeah, AliExpress on Chrome pushes me to the Russian site.
DNS spoof.
Yeah, so we've got a. It's not a bidet. No, I'm not made of money.
It's a toilet seat, not a
contrary to
toilet.
popular belief, people think we're loaded for some reason.
No, it's hemorrhaging just as fast.
I wish I had a heated seat. That would be great because the bathroom, the toilet is in like a separate little like room in the bathroom. We actually put a door on it because they didn't have them. It gets cold. A heated seat would be nice, but there's no power in there, and then I have to run power to that room, and that's just too much work.
He's gonna home automate your toilet. Put a little
home automate my toilet. Put a door sensor on there. I could. You put a door sensor on there. You have an automation. When this door opens,
and a motor.
Then turn the heat on for 10 minutes.
Close and open the toilet.
Put even maybe a little weight sensor.
Preheat your toilet seat.
Hey, you fat ass.
I could put a weight sensor on the toilet.
You wait.
So you could find out exactly how much weight you lost. I'm not even joking. This is something 100% doable.
See, well, it is doable. It's
100% doable.
Come on, bro. Yeah, you ever see him at a rep or something? Just say home automation.
I've heard bidets are amazing. Does anybody here own a bidet?
I've heard it too.
We've got 36 people right now listening to us talk about toilet seats.
My grandparents have had a bidet for like 30 years.
Have it congratulate you? Have high. Oh my god!
High score.
I could have a pie on the wall hooked up to a monitor and have high scores. And I could actually identify the person based on the weight of the person.
That's a little creepy.
Like have it sit down. Welcome, Timothy. Enjoy it. Would you like the seat heated? Yes, I would. Okay, heating the seat.
You weigh the same as this person. Which one are you?
It was the wrong user.
Oh god.
I just lost 35 pounds.
You always take a shower. If you have to take a shower after you shit, I'm not gonna lie.
That means you should have showered.
Okay, since we're on this topic, whatever. This
means the stream is coming to a close.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up a little bit because this is going south, no pun intended, really quick. Have you guys ever showered and then you had to poop right after because it like ruins my entire day?
It relaxes everything.
I'm back in the shower.
It's like I feel unclean now again. Why have you had tacos? Okay, should we talk about some more shit? Should we go back to the Bruce that stole my ideas guy?
No, we pretty much covered that.
Maybe he might have invented the toilet seat. And Prusa's stealing those and using those toilets in his factory with no credit to him. Can't even say this. It was
the anti-gravity toilet seat. No slams are a ripoff.
That would be a really bad idea. Anti-gravity toilet seat.
okay. He's saying I had a buddy who would always take off his shirt. That is a legitimate thing. I don't care what you say. Like, I have taken my shirt off when it's been really intense, okay? Have you? No?
No. I've taken my coat.
You know what? If Doug's watching, I know Doug has taken his shirt off when he's had some rough days.
I've never had to do that or thought of that in my life.
I've come pretty close.
The only thing I
It's a thing. See? Jake from State Farm says it's a thing.
You guys are working too
I'll
hard.
suffer through it. I'll just wipe my head with
You
my
need
shirt.
more. You need more fiber if you're sweating. You just
Tor
need more
has,
fiber.
see? I'm not the only one. I'm not crazy.
You're just working too hard.
I'm trying to think. Why you
I never have to work hard. Squatty potty.
Squat.
All right.
It's because you're pinched.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
You need to have floor tiles that you can automate to raise up as a squatty potty and then go back in the floor.
I do need a squat. Okay,
I would do that
so...
if I had the resources.
You could just print a really expensive squatty potty. It costs more in material to print one than just to buy one.
Cyril, stop licking yourself.
He's licking himself upside down.
I know,
straight.
and it's making his thing, like, hit the floor.
It's not helping.
Okay, I'm trying to find... Okay, so here. Okay, so... This guy has, like, a hard-on for Prusa, okay? Here's a video. Better than a Prusa for less money. Better than a Prusa for less money, too. Like, go through his channel. He just, like, has this hate for Prusa. I don't care what he says. In this video, it's about a TiVo Little Monster, which has not had very good,
Results.
not very good reviews. He, in the video, goes on about how it's so much better than a Prusa. I highly doubt that. Oh, here we go. There's that filament sensor. Let's see here. Let's see. Where was it? Did he take it down? Oh, look, he's talking to himself. That makes sense.
Wow, he's really in love with it.
Where was it? I'm trying to find... Here we go. Prusa's ideas aren't original. China shouldn't be allowed to something in
Should be
a copy. Oh, hang on. Let me see here. I'm just gonna... So, yeah, so this is him basically ranting about how Prusa steals everything from the community, doesn't make anything up.
He's saying China should be.
Okay, so
That's-
is that the one? Hang on, I can't tell. So I was gonna talk about his. Here we go. So this video is something that gets brought up a lot because people are like, "Why don't I just buy a cheap inductive sensor?" I'm just gonna skip through here, and he's like showing it. Let's see here. Where is it? Because inductive sensors are from metal. We do not use those. We use capacitive because they detect all types of surfaces we print on. But he's showing here putting foil tape. The exposure is a little overblown here. Let me see if I can change the... Where's my TV remote here? Yeah, he did hit the... He's not the sharpest tack in the box.
I know.
It's why we call him the derp.
Well, the video itself is overexposed too.
Yeah, the video itself is overexposed.
Probably
All right,
easier
so
to adjust your camera.
a couple issues here. So he's running sensors that are designed for higher voltages on 5 volts. Yeah, it's just overblown because he doesn't know how to properly white balance his stuff. Are they? They better be.
You need to get a little wireless camera.
I've been working on that
Yeah,
thing
just
for...
another
You need to get a little wireless camera that you
Hang
can.
on. Low power, is that any better? So what he's showing here is he's putting a piece of foil tape on the back of it and saying that this will work. The problem is you are now leveling the back of your bed.
I think you need to adjust the.
Can you guys not hear me?
Not the,
what are you talking about?
the exposure on the camera itself.
Okay.
It's exposing for the TV is the brightest thing, so it keeps.
Right. Where's my mouse? I lost my mouse. But this is something that comes up. Well, people try this, and this is the problem I have with him, is that he repeats information that's just wrong. Like, and then you got people that are new that think he knows what he's talking about, and it's incorrect information. So there you go. So here, he's taking a piece of foil tape. and putting it on the back of the glass here, and then showing that the sensor reads it. Well, the problem is you're leveling the back side of that glass now. So, which if you can't see why that would possibly be a problem, then I don't know what else to tell you. So that's the problem. He spreads a lot of misinformation. That's why I don't like him in terms of the channel. Like, I don't know the guy personally, but in terms of like his videos, he's got some good stuff on here, but he does a lot of stuff that's like, just because you can do it, it doesn't mean you should, and then you go and make a video about it. But yeah, so anyways, there we go. I'm gonna let my thing update here. But yeah, I saw someone, let me just check up on the comments here. I don't have a direct, I don't know what sensor, I don't have the machine, because here's the thing, if they're using an NPN-NO sensor, then technically we could just replace the sensor straight up without even our board, provided they actually have, so here's the thing, I want to get it because I want to make sure that the Creality is actually optically isolating the high voltage side from the lower voltage side on the boards, because if it's not, then if those sensors fail, it can kill the board. And knowing China, I'm gonna say they probably didn't, but I don't have the board in hand and the printer in hand. So if you want, take apart the printer, find any circuit boards, send me pictures of them. You can email them direct to me, to tim@th3dstudio.com. Put development in all caps in the title of the email, so I can sort that. I have a rule that anything that has development in it goes into a folder separate from everything else, so I know it's a development related email. Let's see here. We're working on trying to get our boards now made by surface mount pick and place, meaning we're not going to be hand soldering everything. I might be putting together a little kit with all the parts and the PCBs, so you can basically solder up your own Easy ABL board if we have stock left on those, just because it's not going to be good for us to keep making them by hand when we've got ones that are already pre-made. That's something we're working on right now. So same boards in terms of the Opto IC and everything, we're just moving to surface mount instead of hand soldering, because right now we have two guys that all they do 40, 50, sometimes 60 hours a week is soldering. That's all they do. They solder Easy ABL boards. And we got to automate that, because at the scale we're doing, 400 or 500 kits a month, it's crazy. That's all they're doing. And it'd be great to have them on something that's not repetitive and the same thing that they've been doing for a year. So I might have boards. If we have boards left over and parts, I'll probably put them on the site. And it's basically, here's a bag with all the parts. Here's where they go on the board, solder it up, and just sell the parts. There wouldn't be support included with that, but it's not advantageous for us to have our guys soldering boards if we have ones that are pre-made, because we need to get them out. Let's see here. There was something else. Oh, okay. So this is something that's in the works. This is about a month and a half, 2 months out. Because the hardware is done. This is a prototype, so this is a version 1. And then we have a version 2 prototype, which has some minor design changes to it. And I'm going to change this so I can focus this manually here. But this is something we've been working on for a little while now. And some of you may be aware of it, but it's a real thing. And it's alive. So, those of you that don't know what this is a 32-bit control board. I was just adjusting the focus with 4 TMC 2208 drivers with UART connectivity to the CPU. Dual hot end support through an expansion pin. That's what let me change the focus back. I'm manually focusing, so bear with me. So the second extruder side is modular. So we will have a daughter board that'll plug onto this to do dual extrusion, which will have the fifth stepper. The what did you make? Oatmeal. I thought I was smelling PLA burning because I smelled the sweet smell, but it's oatmeal. I was like, man, that PLA is really smelly.
I've been here 4 hours longer than I thought.
So basically a 32-bit control board. This is at least 2 months out. This works. It just got cloned from China. Man, I showed too much. So this is something, and this will fit a Creality printer. Yeah, it probably won't fit the Pro. I don't have a price point because I don't want to quote anything right now and then someone go back and be like, well, you said on this video, because these were really expensive to have. I have 2 of these, and they were very expensive to make. I stole this idea from Design Prototype Test, obviously. Obviously. Stole it from him. I stole it from him. But me and Griffin Paquette from Paquette Engineering have been working on this. Don't even get me started on pin 27. I swear to God. I swear to God.
I never heard about this.
So anyways, we're working on our own controller board. It will basically be our board that happens to fit in the Creality machines. So the board will fit in, but it'll also work on other printers. So what I'd like to do is later down the road, once we get this hardware done, the software done, is offer a retrofit kit for our own printer where you take the stock board out and you put this in and you have 32-bit. Now, right now with Marlin, this is going to run Marlin 2.0. In its current state, there's not a huge benefit of going 32-bit on these style printers that we use. So like Cartesian machines, like this is a Cartesian machine. Deltas benefit the most from 32-bit because of the faster processor, because of the complex calculations it has to do to actually move the print head around. So, but what this is going to do is give us more program memory and the more CPU power to do new features coming to Marlin 2 in the future. So that's why we decided to go 32-bit instead of making yet another 8-bit board. Is I wanted to future-proof it, because if I come out with an 8-bit board, it might be, good for a year or two, whereas this, theoretically, we can manufacture this board for years, and because we've designed it in a modular fashion where I have that expansion header with all the extra I/O pins broken out onto it, we can make it a modular system. So you can keep upgrading the board to do different things as we come up with new ideas. And for the guys that like to run Noctuas, the fan outputs for the layer fan and the hot end fan are all controllable, and we have you can either run it on your power supply voltage, so 12 or 24, or 5 volts. We actually have 5 volt step downs on there, so you could actually run 5 volt fans for your always on fan and your layer fan if you choose so. There's a lot of other features on there, but it's going to be a really nice board. I'm really excited to bring it to market. It's just, again, we're taking our time and making sure it's done right. RGB out will definitely, I'm going to put that on the list, because that'll definitely be something I can have an add-on board, or just have that on the, yeah. So I agree.
Light show board.
Is that going?
Oh,
It looks
yeah.
like it's great.
It's doing fantastic.
Good.
It's like perfect.
It better be.
Perfect layer.
Spend enough time on that damn machine.
Telling me.
You haven't even started. I've been working at, I think we got those in August.
I know.
And that's how long I've been testing the damn thing for. I haven't messed with the Duet 2 Maestro. The Duet boards I've heard a lot of good things for. I have a Duet board in the M3D Crane Quad, which will never see the light of day on this channel because they took forever to ship it. They lied to us about the shipping dates. I'm not going to go on a rant, but I will never buy another thing from M3D. They didn't communicate at all. Like, we had setbacks with our printer. I immediately emailed all of our customers that bought the printer and let them know what was going on. I didn't keep them in the dark. I didn't blow them off. I didn't give them canned responses. I took the time. I sat down, typed up a personal email letting them know exactly what was going on and why their stuff was delayed, and gave them an estimated shipping date, and said M3D just radio silence for the most part. No actual answer. So I will never recommend them to anybody. They will screw you around. I will never feature their printers on a channel. I'll never buy another printer from them. I have a $650 printer that I haven't even printed with because the whole experience with them has ruined it, and I have no desire to play with it anymore. I was very hyped about that printer, and they ruined it because they didn't have their shit together. So yeah, I'm not releasing a beta board. It will get released when it's done. We have enough people on our team now, and I have enough people on my like inner 3D printing circle where if I need a board tested or a product tested, I have people to send those out to. I'm not going to use my customers as guinea pigs. Scott Latine is getting one, so he's going to actually help us out on the firmware side because there's some stuff with the UR control, the stepper drivers that we have to sort out. Why didn't we make the Alpha a direct drive extruder? Because I don't think it needs it. Direct drive is nice, but we've got the 1.9 millimeter internal diameter PTFE on there. We got the tough extruder, which doesn't have an open filament path. It's fully guided. And direct drive is heavy. You can't print as fast with direct drive. There's more ringing because you got a motor and the whole assembly on that. You can go direct drive. We might offer an upgrade later on in the future if people want it. The carriage is compatible with any Creality mount. So if you got our machine, you want to convert it from direct drive, we carry the parts to do that. And any of the Creality CR10, Ender 3 mounts, anything that mounts on a Creality carriage, will mount up on ours because I made sure to get the same mounting holes because there's such a big community of designs around those carriages already, and Creality open sourced their design of the Ender 3, which included that carriage. So I figured why reinvent the wheel? This is a good carriage design, and it works, and it gives our customers more options if should they want to tinker with it later down the line. Now, when I told Scott, so Scott is the only person getting a printer for free because he is the lead developer of Marlin. The printer's got a ton of features that he can use to test Marlin with. And I asked him, I was like, so what are you going to do with it? He's like, well, I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to use it and test stuff on it. So, and that's kind of what I was going with. I want it to be a printer that you're not going to be thinking, oh man, what am I going to upgrade on? Just print with it. Like plug it in, like, you know, put it together, plug it in, and print with it. Like it's already got all the higher end features on it that you're going to put on your machine. Better fans, the Meanwhile power supply, a good board, good drivers, all metal hot end, proper cooling on the hot end, ABL, filament sensor. So I tried to check off all the boxes, and we even did RGB lights. So, and they're individually addressable. So once I get more time to tinker around with the firmware, I'm gonna have different presets. Like I want to have a red, white, and blue one, so we can have America preset, you know, or just like a rainbow show where it just like, you know, or like a little like back and forth because each LED can be addressed individually. Yeah. So it gives I got a lot of extra memory on that board because I'm using 2560 chip. We're only using about 60% of its available memory. Yeah. So let's see here. So thanks for dropping in, Steven. You got that control box done, right? So
yeah.
Okay, I gotta call that guy tomorrow and let him know that that's done. Let's see questions here. Battery about to die. Thanks for stopping by, Steven. Yeah, you can print flexibles on this. We will have more stock on these printers we will physically have them in about 4 weeks. We will have them ready for sale in about 6. So, like I said earlier, what we're going to do is, oh, that's you? Yeah. Noah actually helped me with that, and I checked everything, and it's all good. So new power supplies in there, your new board's in there, everything's working on there, and I left the wire for you for your Easy AVL power. So yeah, I gotta pull up your ticket. I have it in my queue still, and then get that sent out to you. And then the other parts we talked about, I still haven't put them on the site, but I've got them for you. Let me see here. Use a pixel panel. Scott deserves all the printers. Scott has a lot of printers now. People have been giving him printers, which is good. Let's see here. Small piece of PTFE cut to a point put between the gear pulley and the push lock. That does work pretty well. But I don't like the basic extruders, which is why our printer's not shipping with one. We have the higher end one that we sell that I love. Night, Rob. Take it easy. Hey, there's Scott. I thought he was here somewhere.
He's been piping up here and there.
Yeah.
He's been here pretty much all
Yeah,
time.
Scott, how many printers are you up to now?
35, 40.
This is gonna be a very interesting video for people to watch because.
We're just busting around talking about.
But I like this. Oh God, why does he got to bring up Finley Collins? That's like, let's let Scott chime in. Yeah, he's got an E3D tool changer, which is awesome. That looks like a really cool piece of machinery to play with. If you guys haven't looked up the E3D tool changer, check it out. It's got 4 heads that literally has 4 separate full carriages. So you can have completely different hot end setups like a Volcano or a V6 or I'm assuming you probably even do direct drive on it too. But it'll interchange the whole hot end assembly. It's got a servo in there that goes in. It's got this little, like, I think it's called a pinion, and it locks in and pulls the carriage, goes in prints, puts it back, rotates, pulls out, goes to the next one, locks, pulls it. It's really cool. Oh, Rep Festival. It's in Goshen, Indiana, like it is always. March 29th to the 31st. TH3D is going to be there. Scott's going to be there.
I might. I'll try.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to go. So, Matt's going to come with us. Doug's going to come with us. Cody and Tyler West are coming with us. If you guys are watching, I do have all the rooms, and we're covering the rooms for Scott and his guy. So we're putting up. We got rooms for the Marlin guys, so they don't have to spend money on that. Tickets are free. Yeah, that whole what WFR Writer is referring to. There's some guy that like claimed he was a customer of ours. We tried helping him. He kept blowing us off, and then is leaving negative reviews everywhere about us. So yeah, I have no idea what's going on with him. Let's see. Yeah, it's about a 2-hour ride. It's about an hour and a half from where we're at right now. So look up Midwest Rep Festival 2019. It's in Goshen, Indiana. Highly recommend you guys check it out. If you're watching this stream and you're able to go, you would have a great time. And we will have stuff for sale there. If you guys do want to buy stuff, we will be bringing stuff. I don't know if we'll have printers with us because that's going to be cutting it close. But we will have this one with us so you guys can check it out in person. I'm going to wear this shirt and see if Prusa picks up on where
all teams are just wear
where we drew the inspiration from.
The exact same style picture.
He's got 8 or 9 machines. He lost count. You're getting to the point where you're losing count. I don't even know how many printers we have at this point. I have no idea. No idea. No problem, Dave. Thanks for dropping in. We're gonna wrap this up here. We'll wrap this up. So we're going on almost 2 hours. We're gonna call it quits in 5 minutes here. So if you guys got any questions, comments, suggestions, fun stories, project you're working on, go ahead and chime in now, or forever hold your peace until the next stream. Oh, and we are hiring. We have a part-time position for just like an entry-level position here, because we need people to just kind of like help clean up around here, and we need someone else to help pack out with orders so Matt can actually get back to managing things. Thanks for the sub, Mini Factory. Yeah, if you guys aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. You'll get notified for videos and live streams. We have a Facebook page. We have a Twitter and Instagram. It's all TH3D Studio. Yeah, I've heard about Michael Van S. is talking about this. It's a teachable parasite that basically mutes your smart device until you say a trigger word for the parasite, which then opens up the communications of the mic on the smart device. I thought that was cool. So basically, you could tell it, have your trigger word be "Hey dumbass," and then it would pass the "Hey G" or the A word to the device, and then unmute it so it can then hear the rest of your voice command. It's a neat idea. I'm not that worried about it because I have a cell phone. I have a smartphone. If someone wants to tap us, we have so many devices in this house. Yeah, it creates white noise too. So basically how it silences the mic is it is continually generating white noise until it hears the trigger word, and then it cuts the white noise off, which then lets the device hear it. Now, it'll say the trigger word from its speaker that generates white noise to the device, and then cut the white noise off so then the actual like Google Home or your Amazon Echo can then hear what you're trying to tell it. So it's an interesting concept. But the reality is, if you're that paranoid about it, you shouldn't have a smartphone. You shouldn't have any microphones. Like,
Radio
I don't know what
silence.
you're paranoid about. Like, it's the reality we live in. It sucks. I don't agree with it, but yeah, it's a cool proof of concept, is what I'm saying. Did I hear it about it? I saw someone sent it to me, or it popped up on my Facebook feed. Yeah, thanks for putting your name in there, Chris. I can never remember everybody's screen names to their real names. So, but thanks for dropping in, and thanks for reaching out to AK Racing here. I appreciate it. So, my butt is comfy again in a chair that doesn't look like it's like 10 years old because the seat's all ripped. So, but yeah. Actually, that's doing a pretty good job. Holy cow. Yeah. I printed one of those torture cubes, and it did not come out very well. But that's doing pretty damn good. So I'm going to do more test prints on that so we can start. I want to have like a gallery on the page for the printer to show like, here's a print at 0.2, 0.3, 0.05, 0.1. So I have a motorized turntable around here somewhere. We can do like a little GIF, like animated GIF.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're going to wrap up the stream. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you're subscribed, like the video, because it helps YouTube tell people that we are actually doing stuff people like. If you need printer parts, upgrades, accessories, check out our website, ts3studio.com. We have a store there. And then if you want information, you can also click the knowledge base. We have lots of guides and tutorials and stuff there. And then obviously this channel itself has a ton of stuff on there, and there's going to be more to come this year. Once things start getting smoothed out, because we're still in the process of getting these built out. That's why Noah's here to help us get the physical shop building finished, and then just start scaling things up, and then get my time freed up so I can work on documentation, new products, and doing more community videos, not just stuff for our products, because I enjoy doing this stuff. I generally do, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be running this company. There's a lot of other things I could do that pay a lot more. Let's be honest. But yeah, so we have an Instagram, we have a Facebook page, we have Twitter. I constantly post updates when, whatever's going on. We got new products, delays, good things, bad things. We try to keep in communication with everybody. So, clearance and tolerance. Yeah, that's a good one. I totally forgot about that. I think I have those STLs. So anyways, everybody, thanks for watching and tune in. Make sure you check out our website and subscribe if you haven't already to be notified of new live streams. So everybody, thanks for having us. Noah, I hope you had a good time.
Yep.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
I know I talked a lot.
I'll be back again.
Yeah, unfortunately. He has to say he'll be
God
back
forbid.
again. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
I'll walk out of here with nothing.
You think you're going to walk out of here?
You think you're gonna walk?
And then Bruce hanging out here.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. So are we. We're kind of tired. It's been a long night. So everybody, have a good night or day, depending on where you're at in the world. And thanks for dropping by. I hope you had a good time. If you want to see more streams like this, let us know in the comments below. I like the little informal, like where we kind of go off on tangents. So anyways, take it easy and happy printing.